What happens when the most dangerous man in professional wrestling walks away from the chaos? When steel chairs stop swinging, when ladders stop crashing, when 20,000 screaming fans fade into silence. Does the rated R superstar disappear? Or does he finally find peace? This is the unbelievable transformation of Adam Copeland, the man the world knows as Edge. Down from WWE's ultimate opportunist to a mountain-living millionaire surrounded by silence and snow. This story is bigger than wrestling. Before the championships, before the pyro explosions, before the millions, there was just a boy in Orangeville, Ontario, raised by a single mother. No father figure, no luxury, no shortcuts. Money was tight, dreams were not. Young Adam Copeland escaped reality to professional wrestling, while other kids played outside. He studied wrestlers on television. He memorized entrances. He imagined himself under bright lights. He didn't just want to watch greatness. He wanted to become it. After winning an essay contest that awarded him wrestling training, Adam stepped into a ring for the first time, and something changed. The pain didn't scare him. The falls didn't stop him. The struggle didn't weaken him. It fueled him. After grinding through small, independent promotions, he finally earned a contract with the global wrestling powerhouse now known as WWE in the late 1990s. But success didn't come overnight. When Edge debuted in 1998, he wasn't handed a championship. He wasn't labeled future legend. He had to build it, moment by moment. With long blonde hair, intense eyes, and unmatched risk-taking ability, Edge stood out. Alongside his childhood friend Christian, he formed one of the most iconic tag teams in wrestling history. Then came the ladder matches. A steel crashing, tables shattering, bodies flying through the air. Edge didn't just compete. He sacrificed his body for greatness. Fans were shocked. Some were horrified. But nobody could look away. As the years passed, Edge transformed into something even bigger. The rated R superstar. A villain. A mastermind. The ultimate opportunist. He cashed in money in the bank contracts at the perfect moment. He stole championships when opponents were vulnerable. He manipulated storylines and made controversy profitable. Some fans hated him. Others secretly admired his genius. But one thing was certain. Edge was unforgettable. By the mid-2000s, he wasn't just a performer. He was a main event attraction. Pay-per-view headliner. Merchandise selling machine. And the money followed. Massive WWE contracts, championship bonuses, global tours, brand deals. By 2010, Edge had already secured multi-million-dollar earnings. Fast forward to 2025, Arsenal's estimated net worth stands between $14 and $16 million. But wealth alone doesn't define a legend, because just as everything peaked, it almost ended forever. In 2011, doctors delivered devastating news. Severe neck injuries. Years of punishment from high-risk matches had caught up with him. If he continued wrestling, paralysis was possible. Imagine hearing that at just 37 years old, at the height of your career. Edge stood in the ring, emotional but composed. Once and announced his retirement. No dramatic storyline, no scripted twist, just reality. Fans cried openly. Wrestlers applauded in respect. An era ended in silence. The rated R superstar was gone. Or so we thought. Retirement wasn't easy. When your identity is built inside a ring, stepping away feels like losing part of yourself. But Adam Copeland chose something different. Instead of chasing Hollywood chaos or staying trapped in fame, he chose peace. Together with his wife, WWE Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix, he built a quiet life far from the spotlight. They settled in the mountains of North Carolina. No arena lights, no backstage drama, no city paparazzi, just trees, open skies, crisp air. His mountain home is a rustic luxury retreat surrounded by privacy. Built with wooden architecture and stone accents, the house blends natural beauty with modern comfort. Large windows overlook forests. A massive fireplace warms the living space. Our open interiors create a peaceful, family-focused atmosphere. Estimated value around $1 to $2 million. But for Edge, it's not about showing off wealth. It's about breathing freely. From steel cages to snowy mornings, from roaring crowds to bedtime stories. The transformation is almost unbelievable. And yet, the biggest shock was still coming. Because 9 years after doctors said his career was over, the music hit again, and the world lost its mind. 9 years. 9 long years after doctors said it was over. After the retirement speech, after the tears, after the goodbye, the world had accepted it. Edge was a memory. Until January 26th, 2020, the Royal Rumble. The countdown clock hit 0, 3, 2, 1, and then, "You think you know me." The arena exploded, not cheers. An earthquake. When Adam Copeland walked onto that stage again, emotion covered his face. He wasn't supposed to be there. His neck was never supposed to allow this moment. Doctors had once warned him about paralysis, but through relentless rehabilitation, advanced medical procedures, and pure determination, he rewrote his destiny. This wasn't just a comeback, it was a miracle. For months after his return, Edge proved something powerful. He wasn't back for nostalgia. He was back to compete. Brutal matches, emotional rivalries, career-defining performances. He stepped into hell in a cell again. Then he battled the best of a new generation. And he reminded the world why he was once called the ultimate opportunist. But behind the scenes, life was different now. He wasn't the reckless young star chasing fame anymore. He was a father, a husband, a man protecting his legacy. His mountain home in North Carolina became more than just property. It became balance. After intense travel schedules, he would return to quiet forests and fresh air. No flashing cameras, no chaos. Inside that rustic mansion, mornings were peaceful. Large glass windows welcomed sunlight across wooden floors. The stone fireplace warmed family evenings. The open kitchen became a gathering place rather than a luxury showcase. Estimated at around $1 to $2 million, the property sits on acres of privacy. But its true value isn't measured in money, it's measured in calm. And while many retired legends chase attention, Edge seemed comfortable stepping back when needed. But then came another unexpected twist. In 2023, fans were shocked when Edge stepped away from the company that made him famous, WWE. Speculation exploded online. Was he retiring again? Was there backstage conflict? Was this the end? Then the announcement dropped. He was joining All Elite Wrestling. The wrestling world froze. After decades with WWE, seeing Edge in a different ring felt unreal. But for Adam Copeland, it wasn't about loyalty wars. It was about creative freedom. He wanted fresh stories, new challenges, a final chapter written on his own terms. And financially, it made sense. Major contracts, high-profile matches, merchandise royalties across 2 major companies. Combined with decades of earnings, his net worth in 2025 sits comfortably between $14 and $16 million. But that's only part of the luxury story, because Edge doesn't live like a flashy celebrity. He lives like a man who values privacy with power. His car collection reflects that personality. While he keeps most details private, reports suggest he owns high-performance SUVs and American muscle cars. Powerful engines, bold designs, machines that reflect his in-ring intensity. Think horsepower with attitude. Think speed with presence. Even if he doesn't flaunt them online, the collection is estimated to be worth several $100,000. And yet, he's rarely seen showing off. And that's the difference between new money and earned legacy wealth. Then there's Hollywood. During his retirement years, Edge quietly expanded into acting. His most notable role came in the hit historical drama series Vikings, where he played the fierce warrior Kjetil Flatnose. The role fit him perfectly. Intense, rugged, commanding. Critics were surprised. He wasn't just a wrestler trying to act. He could actually perform. Acting added another income stream, another layer to his career. Another proof that Edge was evolving beyond wrestling. And through all of it, one constant remained: family. His wife, Beth Phoenix, understands the business better than anyone. A Hall of Famer herself, she knows the sacrifices, the injuries, the pressure. Together, they built a partnership grounded in mutual respect and shared experience. Away from cameras, their life is surprisingly normal. School runs, family dinners, mountain hikes, no scandal headlines, no reckless celebrity drama, which is rare for someone once known as the rated R superstar. But even in peace, rumors always find legends. Recently, whispers suggest Edge may be planning one final epic storyline before officially retiring for good. Some fans speculate about a dream reunion match. Others believe he's preparing a farewell tour across major arenas. Nothing confirmed. But when it comes to Edge, expect the unexpected. Because if his career has taught us anything, it's this: he never leaves quietly. From a fatherless childhood in Canada, to an 11-time world champion, from a forced retirement, to one of the greatest comebacks in sports history, and now, from WWE chaos to mountain calm. This isn't just a wrestling story, it's a story of reinvention, and we're not done yet. Success changes people. Fame changes people. Money definitely changes people. But what's fascinating about Adam Copeland is this: it refined him. It didn't consume him. By 2025, Edge isn't chasing validation. He's protecting legacy. While many celebrities upgrade to flashy Beverly Hills mansions or Miami penthouses, Edge chose elevation of a different kind: literal mountains. His North Carolina property isn't built for attention. It's built for escape. Surrounded by dense trees and open skies, the estate reportedly spans multiple acres, creating a private world far removed from wrestling arenas. Security systems, gated access, and natural barriers ensure complete privacy. Inside, the design speaks quietly of wealth. Vaulted ceilings supported by wooden beams, stone fireplace stretching from floor to ceiling, open concept kitchen with high-end appliances. Large glass windows inviting natural light across polished hardwood floors. There's no gold-plated ego here. It's warm, intentional, grounded. Estimated property value sits between $1 to $2 million. But considering land appreciation and custom architecture, the long-term investment potential is even higher. And that's something people don't talk about enough. Edge isn't just a performer. He's strategic. Let's break down the money. With an estimated net worth between $14 and $16 million in 2025, his wealth comes from multiple streams. Are decades of earnings from WWE contracts, championship bonuses and premium live event main events, merchandise royalties that continue even years after certain storylines ended, high-value appearances and autograph signings. His later move to All Elite Wrestling added another lucrative contract, reportedly structured with flexibility and creative control, something money can't always buy. Then there's acting. His role in Vikings wasn't just a cameo, it opened doors. Television exposure expanded his brand beyond wrestling audiences. Add in residuals, streaming rights, and entertainment connections, and you see the bigger financial picture. But here's where it gets interesting. Unlike many athletes who overspend during peak years, Edge lived through forced retirement once. That experience changes your mindset. When doctors told him his career was over in 2011, income stability suddenly became uncertain. So when he returned in 2020, every contract wasn't just about glory. It was about security. Industry insiders suggest he invested conservatively. Real estate, long-term funds, and controlled lifestyle spending, rather than reckless luxury splurges. That's why you won't see headlines about outrageous yacht purchases or private jet collections. Instead, you see sustainability. Even his car collection reflects personality over extravagance. Powerful American muscle cars. Performance SUVs suited for mountain terrain. Vehicles built for driving, not just displaying. Estimated garage value, several $100,000. Legends aren't measured by championships alone. They're measured by impact. And when we talk about modern wrestling history, the name Adam Copeland stands in permanent ink. Because Edge didn't just win titles, he changed the game. When TLC matches became legendary spectacles, he was there. When Money in the Bank became a career-defining weapon, he mastered it. When villains became more entertaining than heroes, he perfected it. But what separates Edge from many others is not just success. It's survival. Think about it. A forced retirement in 2011 that could have ended everything. A 9-year absence from the ring. Doctors warning him about permanent damage. Most careers don't recover from that. Yet in 2020, when his music hit again inside a WWE arena, it wasn't just nostalgia, it was resurrection. Under the banner of WWE, he rebuilt his final chapter carefully. Intense rivalries, emotional storytelling, meaningful matches. Not reckless, not desperate, strategic. And when he later made the bold decision to step into a new ring with All Elite Wrestling, it wasn't betrayal, it was evolution. At this stage of his life, Edge isn't fighting for relevance. He's curating legacy. Financially secure with an estimated $14 to $16 million net worth in 2025, he doesn't need one more payday. His mountain property continues to appreciate in value. His wrestling royalties still generate income. His acting portfolio continues to expand after his powerful appearance in Vikings. And beyond numbers, there's something even more valuable. Respect. In locker rooms across the industry, younger wrestlers speak about Edge not just as a legend, but as a mentor. Someone who understands both the spotlight and the shadows of fame, because he has lived both. He has been the hated villain, the shocking opportunist, the injured hero, the emotional comeback story, the family man in the mountains. A few careers contain that many transformations, and maybe that's why fans still watch so closely. Now let's address the biggest question circulating in 2025. Is this truly the final chapter? Insiders whisper about a farewell storyline, a carefully crafted ending, a final match designed not to shock but to honor. Others believe he may transition fully into behind-the-scenes creative work, helping shape the next generation of wrestling storytelling. Then there's Hollywood. With streaming platforms constantly searching for recognizable faces with real intensity, Edge fits the mold perfectly. Tall, commanding, authentic presence. His performance in historical drama proved he can carry more than just wrestling storylines. Could we see him leading an action series soon? Possibly, but here's what makes his situation unique. For the first time in his life, he doesn't need to prove anything. He already proved it. That from a fatherless childhood in Canada to global superstardom, from devastating injury to miraculous comeback, from chaotic arenas to peaceful mountain mornings beside Beth Phoenix and their children. That transformation is rarer than championships. Because real luxury isn't just cars, contracts, or mansions. Real luxury is control. Control over your time. Control over your career. Control over how your story ends. And Edge has earned that control. Picture this. Early morning in North Carolina. Mist rolling over the trees. Silence broken only by birds and distant wind. Inside a wooden mountain home, a former world champion pours coffee. No cameras, no crowd chants, just peace. The same man who once dove off ladders into chaos now chooses calm. That's not weakness. That's evolution. And whether he steps into the ring one last time or quietly closes the chapter, history will remember him as one of the most complete performers of his era. Not just for what he did inside the ropes, but for how he rebuilt himself outside of them. From WWE chaos to mountain serenity. From reckless risk-taker to strategic legend. The rated R superstar didn't just survive the industry, he mastered it. And in 2025, he's living proof that sometimes the greatest comeback is building a life you don't need to escape from. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Edge's life, luxury, and legacy, make sure you like this video. Subscribe to Life of Legends and tell us in the comments. Should Edge have one final match? Or has the legend already written the perfect ending? Because one thing is certain. You may think you know him, but legends always have one more surprise. But again, no flashy social media flexing, because the man who once thrived on controversy inside the ring now values silence. Let's talk about daily life in 2025. Imagine this. Morning mist rolling over forest hills. Coffee brewing in a quiet kitchen. No camera crews, no arena rehearsals. Just fatherhood, school drop-offs, family hikes, evening conversations by the fireplace. His wife, Beth Phoenix, understands this rhythm perfectly. Having lived the wrestling grind herself, she knows the physical and emotional cost of the industry. Together, they've built a partnership that balances ambition with peace. And that balance might be Edge's greatest achievement, because fame can be addictive. Crowds chanting your name, pyro exploding on entrance, adrenaline flooding your system. Walking away from that twice takes strength. Which brings us to the question that fans keep asking in 2025. Is retirement coming again? Rumors continue to circulate online. Some insiders claim he's planning one final, carefully written storyline, something meaningful, not just dramatic. Others suggest he's gradually transitioning into a mentorship role behind the scenes. There's also speculation about expanded acting roles. After proving himself in historical drama, producers reportedly see him as a natural fit for action-based streaming projects. Nothing confirmed. But Edge has always been unpredictable. Remember, this is the man who built a career on shocking timing. Financially secure, family grounded, career legendary. He doesn't need one more match, which makes the possibility even more intriguing. Because if he steps into the ring again, it won't be for money. It will be for legacy. From a boy raised by a single mother in Canada to an 11-time world champion. From forced retirement to one of the greatest comeback moments in sports entertainment history. From chaos to calm. And yet, there's still one final chapter to uncover.